It's only maze like over there. The rest is fine.
Yeah, but over there, it's just like you're. Oh, I have guns.
Oh, yeah, don't worry about that. It gives us a little bit of a heads up.
Voice in the distance.
Oh, perfect.
Good evening, Miss Bryce.
Good
Miss
evening,
Word
everyone.
here may have made a police report about this already. I am not entirely sure if it got into the system, but
Let's see.
I,
Harassment of Lumi Ward.
Miss Ward is also here if you want more information, and if need be, I can call upon at least a couple of the other witnesses, if need be. But I can tell you that they have banned Mr. Drake Astro from Hayes. I don't know if you want to include that in his profile, just so that if any officers comes by, sees him at Hayes, you know, he can be trespassed. I like to dot my I's and cross my T's. Hope you don't mind me.
Nah, how could you do paperwork? I can't believe you.
I can't believe it, dear.
Let me
You're gonna run to
check
the
what I got
police
these maze
station.
forms.
Well, I stowed my car and then ran over. Yeah. He couldn't really trail on me unless he was like physically following.
Awesome. Did something happen after that?
Yeah, so I went. They asked me a safe place I could go, which was Hayes. To which, at one point, he came by
Bryce and Baji, are y'all doing
with
something on
Viet
the
Shooter. He
Negative.
was in Viet's car
Alright, we're gonna...
and was staying in the car while Viet was in the floor of the shop, texting to him. Like he was like scouting the place out, and then proceeded to leave. Later, D'Anthony, one of the members of the Narcos, was telling him to leave the lawyer a fuck alone. Leave her alone. She's nothing to you. Talking about me. To which Drake came by later, which is was caught on CCTV. Him literally harassing me and telling me, keep my name out of your fucking mouth. I haven't even seen you in 2 weeks, you know. I don't even have your fucking number, you know, all sorts of shit up that line. To which 5 minutes later, he shows back up asking for a repair, quote unquote, with a gun fucking out. That's why he got banned from Hayes, was because of that shit.
Wait, who got banned from Hayes?
Drake.
And this was after you made your report today, or is this?
Yeah. This is like been an all day thing with this guy.
All day, every day, this week. And last week, I think. Didn't he start last? I don't know when he started doing this.
Did he
stuff.
not learn anything in those
No.
720 months he was in prison?
Apparently not.
That's why I suggested
Although he
for the
stopped
DA's
calling me
office.
every day.
That's why I suggested the DA's office to see about maybe getting a 5150 or 5250 after that process going.
Because he's clearly a threat, you know.
He's clearly some form of unstable. Shit.
Is this
I have
the
to pay
brandishing
Sonny for
charge,
this, actually.
or?
Well, there's also harassment because he literally came up there, yelled, said shit, fucking harassed me for no reason. He had no reason to do that, and then came back and brandish for no reason. He said it was for his safety, but none of us had a gun. None of us.
Let me ask you this question, since you and I both know, although it could be argued, was he just standing like this? Was he standing like this?
It was lower to his side.
Okay.
But he was asked.
But
multiple times.
I would say, though, and I'm not a lawyer, they would have to argue it,
Miss
that
Price?
because of his prior behavior and his threats, they would still be considered brandishing.
Miss Price, quick question as well. Does Mr. Drake Astro have a Class 1 weapons license?
Oh, absolutely not.
There you go.
Who are the witnesses at Hayes, ma'am?
Jason Lucho, Liv Steele Hayes, and Cam Steele Hayes. So the
You
owner
got their
of
HR and
Hayes,
the owner.
the HR and the owner, and one of the employees. So
And who is the HR?
Liv,
Okay, Liv, Cam, and who else?
Jason Lucho, one of their employees.
Do you know if they're still there?
Liv's not.
Oh, they're around.
They're around, but Liv is willing to give up the CCTV to the whole situation. So
Oh, I would love to see that.
Mhm.
I'd love to speak with them.
They should be forwarding me the CCTV footage as soon as they have it. I'm just working on the restraining order right now. Needless to say, yeah.
You know what Mr. Astro reminds me of? You ever been like to the grocery store and there's like a little kid in line with his
Yeah.
mama and he wants a candy bar and the mama says no, and so he just start kicking his feet and stamping and just she says no and act right, and then he just escalates and keeps escalating and just screaming and crying. He's taking off his clothes, he's licking the registers. There's all sorts of crazy fucking shit.
I don't know
That's
about the last few things, but yeah.
I've
up
seen
till
it. I've
then I
seen
was
it go that
following.
far. I've seen it go that far. That's the thing.
I was following up
The
until
only
that part.
thing it takes is a swift smack to the bottom to get them to fucking stop, but we don't have the swift smack to the bottom yet.
I ain't about to smack him like that. Oh.
I think
I'll turn the other way. There's no excessive force here.
oh
He's
no, I just
potentially being a
just
terrorist
in
in the
case.
streets. Yes.
I mean, he is a fucking terrorist.
He is. I
He's
agree.
convicted of terrorism multiple
God.
times.
I'm gonna go back to
Let's
work
see.
on my
Are you
paperwork.
okay, Phil?
Well, it's okay.
You're fine, Phil.
Sir, I'm a law enforcement officer. I'm not gonna blast for no reason.
No, it's fine. I just have a
Oh,
phone.
can I get my class 2 weapon license
He
eventually?
doesn't like guns.
Well, I'm gonna need some
yeah,
more
we need to
statements.
get a process for that.
Yeah, we need a
Uh,
good process for it.
Yeah.
Don't
and
worry
that
about it right
footage,
now.
if possible, ma'am.
It won't be
We're just
coming
gonna
from
wait
me.
for it to come through.
Yeah, it won't be coming from me. But it
I'm
will be
waiting for it
coming
come in.
soon. As for statements, it'll be about reaching out to the people. I don't know whether or not Jason's around still, but I know for a fact Cam and Liv are.
Cam and Liv. I mean, can you call them? Be like, hey,
Yeah.
you should go to the
Yeah, we
police
call 'em, bring 'em
station
down.
or something.
I'll call Cam. I've got his number.
I can call Liv.
Cam Steele, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Why, hello there, Cam.
Hi, Liv.
Do
Hi.
you want
Can you-
to come
do-
over to the courthouse?
Do you want to come over to the
and
courthouse
get some
and give a bit of a statement on what happened over at
Drake was doing
Hayes
to Lumi earlier?
for the police report so they can get a warrant on Astro?
That would be beautiful if you can.
Okay, yeah.
Will you take your time? We will be here waiting for you.
Yes, it's a towel.
Whenever you're ready. Wait, what?
Yeah, you're literally having the same conversation.
Yes. Yep. Lumi called her, I called you.
I
Oh,
didn't
well, I'm
know.
just gonna get comfortable. Fuck it.
Synchronized.
Yeah, feel free to sit.
Yeah.
It's my office.
We'll see
Well-
you guys soon.
Your office.
bye-bye.
Got a nice fucking
Yes, ma'am.
office.
I've been around for a quick bit, and so
How?
the chief
Huh?
chief judge decided to let me have this
were
big
to-
office.
They were together. We
It's
literally just could have called
perfect.
one.
You always gotta check, because not everyone's like me and Amethyst and always near each other when you call one. Ugh. Anyone hungry? I've got a couple. I think
We're
I've got
Yes, I'm always hungry.
No, I said not everyone's like us, that we're always near each other.
Oh.
You want some carne asada fries? They're
Yeah.
like poutine, but with meat.
Well, I'm always near
That sounds
myself.
At least
I
that's the
don't
way
think
I
that
look at
counts.
it.
I feel very nervous. Like Drake Astro will come any moment.
What makes you
We
You
think
can
that?
try.
multiple
Just
people with
duck to the
firearms.
side, run to the back of my
did the
office, and
last
I
time,
think
too.
Miss Price will
Hey,
take
last
care of
time
everything.
I didn't have it right in my pocket.
I'm ready.
Oh, but also this is my office. I can
I
start blasting too,
never
right?
have a weapon.
Yeah,
I
you
would
already
say
said
anybody that is armed in this office, should Mr. Astro come in, is well aware of his intent and his behaviors and prior
Yeah.
actions and would be very justified in firing upon him.
Is that the only entrance?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna go on the other side then.
You probably should.
I do not like guns.
I'll stand here. I've been shot before. It'll be fine.
I don't. Frankly, I've broke down
Which
crying
clothing
today about
store
getting
from that
shot.
report was the initial incident?
Ponsby's,
So,
nearby the courthouse.
Right
you
to
know
the
that clothing store right near the courthouse? It's that one.
west of us. Yeah.
Yeah.
So not that far. Like a block away. Literally a block away.
Did you see what kind of vehicle he was in? What he was driving?
He was on a motorcycle.
He was on a motorcycle.
Did you see the
I
color?
don't think he owns a
No, it was basic. It was a basic kind of. It looked like a Templar, if I'm gonna be honest.
Oh yeah, Amethyst. Technically, Barbara's expungement went through, but the MDTs had
Barbara
a whole
Jenkins
fun
got an
thing.
expungement?
Yeah, although if you look
Yeah.
at his profile, there's an issue with the fact of one of his incidents is physically impossible to find.
Can you put a note on
So
his
we're having
profile
IT.
Yeah, we
That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
it's
for
there.
now? I took him on a
So-
ride along. It was kind of fun.
So it's
Hell yeah.
record expunged as of yesterday. MDT having issues should have no charges is what's there.
Oh, perfect. Right, for Mr. Astro,
Right at
I'm
the very
looking
top.
at harassment,
Which one's very hard to find?
brandishing, possession
There's
of a class
4 of
1.
them there. It should be in one incident, and yeah, if you can find it, I will pay you.
Yes.
Honestly, I
Oh, sure,
spent
okay.
4 hours.
Don't
finding-
challenge her.
trying to
She'll
find
find it.
Don't. Yeah, she's right about
Okay.
that one.
An officer definitely spelt it wrong. That's the only way I can explain it. Because we tried, me and Amethyst, we put in his whole name, we put in parts of his name, we put in different spellings of his first and last name.
Yeah, those
we
this
spent
does sound right
hours.
for the situation, guys.
It's such a pain because there's 4 charges, enough to the point where it looks like it's
Guns.
probably one incident report or 2.
Because a couple days
That's
ago,
what I'm thinking.
the guy that we're
The
talking
evading
about,
resisting arrest and post law
had
code
a
implicit.
huge
Yeah, that's probably
hostage
one.
situation
Yeah,
downstairs.
it's either 1 or 2.
and
So
held up,
whatever
like,
it is,
a judge at
if you can
gunpoint and
find it,
also Miss
I will
Kelly
pay
Price at
you like
gunpoint.
20k of my own money.
Hilariously.
Honestly,
Well, all of us, but some of us got to get
this
away.
shit is annoying the fuck out of me, like really badly.
And
I guess that makes sense.
he's just very violent.
I think we were gonna have IT
So
look
we're all
at it and
pretty
try to find
nervous.
it. That's why.
I'm just naturally nervous, I've been told.
I can see that.
What do you mean by that?
Literally,
You
everything
insulting
that
our
you do,
interns?
You're nervous about.
Hold on a minute. When you say everything, a car crash, for one, is not something to not be
Okay,
nervous
yeah,
about.
the car crash
I
was
got
understandable.
We all got shot
We all
at.
got
That's
shot
something
at.
to be
For some
reasonably
reason,
nervous
you
about.
didn't even flinch.
And then you all go, hold on, let me all of us pull out our guns as someone may come in. I'm reasonably allowed to be nervous.
Look, hey.
I'm not a nervous person. You just put me in nervous positions.
Buddy. I'm with you on this one. I don't want to get shot. Okay, I'm with you.
Will we stop talking about getting shot?
Sorry.
Oh, poor guy.
Ah.
It's okay.
Otherwise,
Phil.
Miss Price, I hope you're having an
I don't
enjoyable
feel
day.
okay.
Sorry.
Well, this is way better than going to any robberies. I'm just saying.
I'm glad.
Ah. Yeah, we have a fun time.
Fun, he says.
Fun. I mean, yeah, I've been shot, stabbed, attempted to be drowned. Apparently, I didn't remember that one too much, but
Why does everybody say these horrific things so calmly?
because it's something that's happened, and I've kind of just accepted that it happened, and we're just trying to avoid it happening again. You know what I mean?
No, I got dangled off a building. I now have a severe phobia of heights.
See, I don't really remember most of them, to be fair. It's just things I found out after the fact with scars and stuff.
I'm no shrink, but that sounds repressing memory kind of levels.
Hey, it's fine. I don't remember it, so it's not like it's harming me.
I refer to my previous statement.
But yeah, Amethyst, did you check the financing for the Porsche? Are we still good on
No.
that? Check that real quick, just to make sure, because I'm thinking it should be due soon.
I still have 1,000 minutes.
Oh really? Huh.
Yeah.
Wasn't it 800 last night?
No, I did not gain minutes.
I was like, what the? Yeah. Oh, it must have been 1,800 or something the other day. So I was remembering just the 800 part. You know the only thing that like worries me. So you know how I have to bill the law enforcement for bail, right? The last pay date for this one is gonna be in 2 days? 3? 4. No, they still got 4 days. Okay, they're good. I was like, I don't want to overcharge the law enforcement. That's gonna be horrible, and then I'll get in trouble.
I'm gonna be honest. They got so much money, they probably won't even notice.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same.
Usually, I think Richardson does them for me.
Miss
Send
Ward,
them through.
just a couple of follow-up questions real quick while I think about this. Just
Speaking
ignore the
of.
large rifle. When you were at Hayes, Mr. Viet Shooter was inside relaying information. Did you see if Mr. Estro was outside?
Yeah, so the outfit in which he switched into in the clothing store when he was harassing me initially, I saw him in that same outfit in the car that was in the parking lot.
Who's
So
that?
yeah.
And was Mr. Shooter doing anything, getting any services, or just...
Oh, nope, just stood inside, pulled, looked like this, clearly texting for a time, and then walked out, went back to the car, was texting the man in the vehicle. It was very clear as day. So, and then he went back to the car, and they both drove off. So, it was not really subtle at all what was going on there. So,
Yeah, Mr. Shooter was with him the other day when he borrowed us. Remember Amethyst?
Yeah.
Although we promised not to press the kidnapping charges on that one, just so that they wouldn't shoot us. So that's fun. We never promised not to talk about it, though, which is the best part about it. Loopholes. Yeah, that's what
And
our
did they
job is
leave
all
after
about.
he went outside?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they left probably like pretty much after. It's just the weirdness of that, and I could tell that it was Astro based off how ridiculous his outfit was.
Lumi, can I invoice you to $5,000 for his restraining order?
Yes.
Awesome.
Can I invoice you a few $1,000s, please, real quick? Just out of
As a
nowhere.
friend, as a joke.
Who else wants a restraining order against this guy at this rate? I'm gonna get rich.
I don't
Holla,
think I'll
holla,
do it
Jella,
yet.
get her dollar.
He
Miss Ward?
Next time he does something to me, then I'll do it.
What kind of vehicle did Mr. Astro return in when he was asking for repairs?
So I don't remember it, but you do know the warrant that recently came out for him? It was that vehicle. I could like straight up tell you it's that vehicle. It was just colored dark.
Oh, he's got a warrant.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
So I was actually thinking about this. He doesn't really harass me other than when he's spam calling me.
That's how it starts. Remember how he started with me? He said, "I
He's
won't
been
talk to the
doing
pink
that
hair
for,
lady. I
like,
won't talk to
Well,
the pink
he's
hair
been
lady."
spam
And then,
calling me for a long time.
yeah, but
He
then
just never went past that part.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very
And
weird.
even when he accidentally took me, he was like, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean it."
That one was weird, though.
I know. It's funny.
You know how sometimes with Sean Siglo, he does something and then starts apologizing and then sounds like he's about to break down?
Yeah, but Astro, yeah, like
It was
he's
like
never
that,
been like
and
that
I was
for anyone
very
else.
confused because I was like, "Wait, this isn't Sean. This is very much Astro. Why is he? Why does he seem like Sean Siglo right now?" I was like confused for a second. I was like, "Wait, did someone else kidnap us? I thought it was Drake." But no. Speaking of, I know Tony has his time to pay that, but it always concerns me when someone has that at the top. We have like 2 whole pages of invoices that are unpaid. Not really, we have 1.5, but still. True, I have to send out bail invoices again.
Oh, did you
There
ever
were
get
a
that
couple
stuff
new
handled
ones.
with Tony Jones?
Yeah, that's what I was just talking about. He just got his sentence, the 120. He hasn't paid
Yeah.
the invoice you sent him yet, but I mean, he's still got days
fuck.
to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got what, a week to do it.
Yeah.
I think you technically are allowed to give him.
I don't know if I gave him a week or not.
You gave him till the 21st, so I think you gave him 3 days.
Yes, I gave him 3 days.
That is completely fine. Hopefully. I mean, it's only 11,000. That's not that much, right?
No. It's 11,375 from what I remember. So
Yeah.
Where'd Phil go?
Oh.
And I make
I
him
think he might have had a
uncomfortable.
headache.
I think I did.
Oh. With what?
I don't know.
No, I think he just had a headache, probably.
Oh yeah, Miss Price. When people have restraining orders, should we somehow get it onto the profiles so that
What
police
is
have it on
that on your
hand?
tummy?
It's henna.
How is it
Or
pink?
There's all sorts of colors for henna. And it glows. It glows.
What was your
My
question,
horns and
ma'am?
my nails.
Sorry.
for restraining orders, is there a way so that PD can also have copies of the restraining orders? Or
There's pink, hot pink, red.
That's probably something
silver,
I have to
gold.
do to set up, honestly.
yeah, I found out
I
how.
mean, to me, it would make sense for the person who has a restraining order to go down to the police station and hand it over, and they can put it on both profiles, the protected and the harasser.
Did we already do that for Sunny? Let me see here.
I know Sonic took it.
Yeah, Sunny already has the thing on her profile, and I know Drake already has his on his. So I think we just need to make as many officers as possible aware of that fact.
I shall now harass the crap out of the DEA to get these restraining orders on people's profiles.
I don't even know who did it originally, honestly. It was either Gunny or Kane. That's who I'm betting. Yeah?
I need paper.
Oh. There's two.
I'm just
Oh,
waiting for
packets.
those two individuals so I can
Thank you.
issue
Don't
this
question
warrant.
why I have that much paper on me right now.
You roll in.
No, like printer paper.
I have just forwarded what I got for footage, Mr. Price. I also have a statement too. But yeah, I haven't looked at the footage yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you start shit at Hayes, everyone gets banned. Everybody.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell him that. I try to tell him
Viet
that
might lose his job because the lawyer, someone overheard Viet telling, like, he brought him here, and now they're like, yeah.
Dozed off there for a second.
Drake, just don't come to Hayes, bro. Because if shit happens and Viet loses his job, just don't do it, bro.
And you all get banned. Like, it sucks.
And then
The other two.
she's saying I'm gonna get banned, but I could take a mask off. But just I don't know. It's a lot of work. Okay, he's not listening. No, bro, because like.
Oh, I should actually probably grab your number. That's probably very important.
I haven't fucking seen you in like fucking 2 weeks.
That's a lie. You were at the clothing store earlier, Drake.
Keep your goddamn mouth shut. I don't even fucking talk to you. You don't even have your goddamn number.
You're literally at the clothing store.
Okay, here's Cam, and
I need people to shadow and learn from. I
Oh.
would really appreciate it.
Taro here. Fuck. You can come in.
Yeah, you
said you were checking to see if they were doing anything, so we
Yeah, I know. Oh, sorry. But yeah,
What
Phil,
is
this
wrong
is
with
Cam
him?
and Liv, right?
Yep.
I'm not wrong. Okay. The silence made me concerned, and I was like, shit.
If he said live,
It's a lot of work. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I said
Trying to
Liv.
see if he has a gun.
This is our newest intern over here.
You did. You
His name is Phil Newman.
I haven't fucking seen you in like fucking 2 weeks.
Kelly will be
That's a
taking
lie.
the
You were at the clothing
statement in a
store
second
earlier,
once they are done with that thing
Keep
that
your
they're doing.
goddamn mouth shut. I don't even fucking talk to you. You don't even have your goddamn number.
You're literally at the clothing store.
You guys not gonna say hi back to Phil?
I feel.
No,
awkward silence for a second.
I'm gonna take you one at a time over by the desk. Is there any additional footage?
'Cause I'm
Because
only
I
an
didn't
intern,
see
and I don't
a
think I'm good enough.
firearm in that footage.
No, there's no footage of that. That happened after. But there's multiple witnesses to that as well.
Okay,
Including
okay.
Lumi herself.
Jeez.
Who wants to go first?
I'm gonna go into the lobby. I'm having headaches.
You can go first.
Alright, let's go over here. Alright.
Oh.
It's Mr. Hayes. Mr. Steele, Cam. Oh god.
Yep.
Okay, okay. Do me a favor, I guess just let me know what transpired at Hayes Auto Body. To the best of your recollection.
So Lumi had showed up saying that, or got dropped off by a officer. I don't remember what officer because I didn't. He literally dropped her off and left. But she said that somebody had been kind of stalking her and like had threatened her. So I offered for her to be able to stay there with me while I was on shift. My wife then showed up later on. We then found out later on that this guy was the Drake Astro, and then we found out that he is a member of the Narcos. So when we found that out, one of the members of the Narcos had came in to the shop, and so we pulled him to the side and was like, "Hey, can you talk to your guy and get him to like back off of Lumi because like he's after her for some dumb reasons, and like, you know, can you try and talk to him because we have a pretty decent relationship with this guy. He comes into the shop quite often. So we figured he might be able to calm this Astro guy down. He calls him, and evidently the Astro, or Mr. Astro, was getting very belligerent over the phone, yelling at him, and said he was going to show up down at Hayes. So he then tells him not to show up down at Hayes, and he shows up anyway and walks up to Lumi and says, "What the fuck are you even talking about? Like, I haven't even like seen you in like weeks, blah blah blah," and saying that basically that she needed to keep his name out of her fucking mouth if she knew what was good with her for her. And then fast forward, he gets back into his car. Fast forward maybe like 20 minutes, he drops his friend that was in the car with him off, comes back to get a repair, gets out of his car with a gun drawn, and refuses to put it away after my wife tells him to put it away multiple times. And then he gets his repair, pays for it, and goes. And I have since banned him from the premises because he refused to put his gun away at my business. And then we haven't seen him since.
Did he ever put the weapon away?
Nope. He still had it in his hand, got back in the vehicle, and left. And whenever he was asked why he had it out, I forgot that part. When he asked why he had it out, he said it was for his own protection, even though none of us had weapons drawn. And obviously, like, my mechanic went ahead and repaired his vehicle, because when somebody has a weapon in their hand, like, you don't want to piss them off, because that could go bad very quickly.
Oh, no, I understand. Can you tell me more about the threats that he made to Miss Ward?
So basically, the ones that I heard was him telling her to keep his name out of her mouth if she knew what was good for her, and that basically trying to like play it off, saying that he hadn't been stalking her, even though like she used to work for me, and I've known her a while now. Like, she's never once lied to me about anything. So if she comes to me and she says that he approached her at the clothing store and was circling her car, like, I'm gonna believe her. And I've never once had her just come up to me and be like, "Oh, like, are you gonna be here a little while? I need somewhere safe to be." Um,
Okay.
I've not seen her scared where she needed to go somewhere safe.
All right, I
So
appreciate that. If it came down to it, I'm sure Miss Ward could reach out to you if you need to testify in court. Would you be willing to do that?
oh yeah,
Okay.
1000%.
I appreciate you and your time. If you could send Miss Steele over, that would be greatly appreciated. And also, I apologize if it seemed like I wasn't super talkative. I'm literally writing everything down pretty much. Let me review what you said with you real quick. You asserted that Miss Ward was dropped off at Hayes by an officer. She expressed that she had been being harassed and threatened. Um, by an individual later identified as Mr. Drake Estro. You guys offered her some sort of safe haven there. Haven. You also found out that Mr. Estro was a member of the Narcos. Um, Sometime after a member of the Narcos entered the shop, you guys kind of had a conversation with him. That's kind of, I think, what was in the body, the CCTV footage, asking him to maybe have Mr. Estro back down and stop harassing Miss Ward. He was observed telling him to not come back to there, to which he came straight to there, walked directly over to Miss Ward and began an argument denying any allegations of harassment, and also made threats for her to keep his name out of her mouth if she knew what was good for her. He left but returned shortly after, brandishing a firearm and requesting a repair. You and Miss Steele both asked him to put the firearm away multiple times. He refused. His vehicle was repaired and he left the business still having the firearm in his hand. When asked why he had it out, he expressed that it was for his own protection, despite the fact that there were no armed individuals inside of the business.
Yes.
Is there anything I forgot to ask about? Anything you recall
Nope.
other than that?
So even though like we haven't been able to like get it changed yet, our name that we've been going by is Steel Hayes, by the way. Steel-Hayes. We haven't been able to get it legally changed, so she's still technically Liv Hayes. If you need to have her actual legal name.
Oh, it's Liv Hayes?
Yes.
Okay.
Because we were told that the name changes don't affect your like driver's license or anything anyway, so we kind of didn't go that route, but we kind of hyphenated our name. So like as far as like on what we tell people our name is, it's Steel Hayes. So, but I just wanted to let you know that way you didn't call her Mrs. Steele and she didn't like get offended by it.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that. I don't want to offend anybody.
Yep.
Miss
Yep.
Hayes. Do you mind sending Miss Hayes over here to me, please?
Yeah, I got you.
I'm just gonna record those both together. Oh god, it's so much writing. Good evening, ma'am.
Hey, Kelly.
If you could do me a favor,
Oh,
if you could. Okay.
I can't hear you very well. There we go.
Oh, I'm kind of talking quietly.
Yeah,
it's not to disturb the important work happening over there. If you could briefly explain to me what happened or occurred over at the Hayes auto body shop this evening.
All right. Miss Lumi had stopped by. She used to work there, and we're close friends. We also worked together at Ammunition, and she'd expressed that there was a gentleman that she has named and that Jala is working on the restraining order for that seemed to be following her around or harassing her, and she feared for her life. So she came to Hayes while she didn't really know who else was around because she knew that she had friends there and she felt safe. I found out who he was affiliated with, and when some of those people showed up at the shop, I asked them if they didn't mind asking their friend to leave Lumi alone and to back off because she has the right to say no to him if she doesn't want to represent him in his case. She said that's why he's mad. His friend complied. He called him in front of me, asked him to leave her alone. You could tell the gentleman in question on the other end of the phone got hostile immediately because the gentleman who called him immediately started having to yell to be heard, and it seemed like a very toxic conversation. And then from the footage from Hayes, you see the individual, approach me and say, he's coming down here, this and that. We let them know that there will be consequences if they start trouble at the business. The guy goes there, he shows aggression towards Lumi, just completely doesn't listen to his gang members. Seems like a loose cannon. Everyone that has spoken about him today has called him a loose cannon. And then a few minutes after, which I don't have footage for, but there's multiple witnesses too, he came back to our business with his gun out, and he refused to put it away after being asked by myself several times to put it away. This was witnessed by the owner who's standing over there, an employee, and Lumi herself. So now he's banned from the business as per the owner. As far as what else he's actually done to Lumi that's led up to this, or I can't speak to that. I'm not sure.
When Mr. Astro arrived after, I guess this Narcos gang member having a escalated conversation with him and telling him not to come there, can you describe the situation when Mr. Astro arrived?
I mean, he pulled up, blocking the bays, pulled up his car kind of sideways, got out, and just immediately went straight at Lumi, who was on the phone with, I'm not sure who, probably maybe someone from here, because she had already made, I think, PD aware of the situation. But he just ignored everyone else was there, ignored his gang, just pulled up the car, got out, went straight for her, and just started chewing her out, saying that, she's lying about him, that he hasn't seen her, and just kind of denying it, telling her to stop talking about him, stuff like that. And I think the only reason he wasn't immediately aggressive is because his boys kept telling him to stand down because they didn't want to get banned from Hayes, and one of their friends works there.
What was his demeanor like when he approached Miss Ward? Was he aggressive? Was he yelling? Was he talking calmly? Did he make any threats?
It seemed hostile, and his tone was pretty aggressive. Kind of almost like demanding / ordering her. He was denying being around her, denying giving a crap, and then like, don't talk about me, keep my name out of your mouth, kind of thing. It was yeah. It seemed pretty hostile. He didn't draw a weapon at that time, which is good, but I think Cam had his hand on his hip, kind of thing.
All right. Is there anything else you forgot to add, or maybe I didn't ask about?
No, I think at least from what I have physically witnessed myself, I think that's about it. Like I said, I'm not a witness to anything that's happened that's led up to this escalation. I just know what personally happened at Hayes today.
Okay. I think that's about it, ma'am. Just the same question I asked Mr. Hayes over there. If it came down to it, if is he gonna be like, "Oh, that wasn't me, not guilty. I didn't do any of that." Would you be willing to testify in a court of law in regards to your statements today?
I mean, if it came down to Lumi's safety and it just being necessary to do, I mean, I guess I would do what was right in the situation.
All right, I appreciate it. Let me see, just maybe one last follow-up question. When he returned with that firearm in his hand, what was his demeanor like then? Was he calm? Or
He
did he still
didn't
seem
say
aggressive?
much. He stood there with his gun out the entire time. He got out of the car with his gun out. His gun was already drawn. He kind of stared at Lumi the whole time because she was standing on the opposite side of the car. The employee repaired it. I have informed the employee next time someone enters the shop with a weapon to ask them to put it away before repairing their car. There should never be a weapon out in
Yeah,
the
I'm gonna
shop
be honest with
anyway.
you. I probably wouldn't have repaired his car. I'd have been like, "Get the
I
fuck
wouldn't have
out."
either, and I've instructed the employee that they were incorrect in this situation because that gun should have been put away. They're not allowed to have weapons out in the shop. And I imagine, other business owners feel the same. But when I asked him several times to put the gun away, for the first few times, he just completely ignored me and said nothing, which was highly rude. Didn't appreciate it. And then finally, he mumbled something about it was out for his own protection. No one in that shop threatened his safety. There was no reason for that. It was clearly an attempt to intimidate and not care and not listen to more people telling him he can't do or behave that way. As his friends described him, loose cannon seems pretty accurate.
All right, thank you so much, ma'am. I appreciate